Welcome back to This Week in Big Sky Football. I'm Megan Robinson. Redshirt freshman Caden Pinnick threw for a career high 313 yards, 3 touchdowns, plus ran for another in UC Davis's 34-12 win over Cal Poly, earning his second consecutive Player of the Week honor and his third Offensive Player of the Week honor of the season. Caden, back-to-back Offensive Player of the Week honors, your third recognition overall this season. What do you attribute to your success?
There's a lot that goes into it. Ultimately, it's the guys around me. Can't even do it without the O-line, wide receivers, or running backs, all running the right routes or blocking. And ultimately, we have a great offensive staff coach that puts together a great game plan. And under Coach Plow, I'm able to just execute the plan that he puts out, which ultimately leads to, these honors that I'm getting.
Career high 313 passing yards plus 60 rushing yards in your win on Saturday. 4 total touchdowns. What challenges does being a dual threat quarterback present to opposing defenses?
For a lot of people, they in the past they've been just preparing against a more of a pro style quarterback with Miles Hastings we had last year. I think now, since our offense is so explosive and dynamic, it puts defenses in some binds sometimes. Sometimes they have to focus more on me, and then that opens some of the wide receivers up on the pass game and maybe even the running backs in the run game. So it definitely creates a double-sworded edge for us. And ultimately, we just execute the plan, and that's what makes it so hard for defenses.
You mentioned Miles Hastings, who was the quarterback for UC Davis last season. You redshirted last season, got to watch Miles Hastings play. What did you learn by being in a position group with him last season?
Man, yeah, that was definitely a blessing for me, being able to stay and redshirt and watch his final year here. He just had a really good understanding of what Coach Plow was trying to do with the offense, whether that's protection or just concepts within the game plan. And really, he was just able to show me what a quarterback is supposed to be and what the preparation goes into week in and week out. And I think that was just really valuable for me to see, is how to be a UC Davis quarterback.
Not only are you a quarterback, you're an outfielder for the UC Davis baseball team. How does playing baseball help you as a quarterback?
A lot of what people don't really see is the mental part of it. Baseball, man, you can have some rough outings at the plate. It teaches you, like, you got to have a short memory. And I think that really applies to football. Whether you have a bad play, bad drive, you got to be able, especially as a quarterback, to come out to a group of guys in the huddle and just tell them, hey, next play. Just having that next play mindset, because something else can always happen. And you just pick yourself up after every bad play.
Are there any similarities between the throws from an outfield and compared to under center?
I would say just a little, and mainly the biggest part is being accurate. In the outfield, you have to hit your cutoff, or if you're throwing it down to third base, home, it's all about accuracy. And same thing with football. If you have a slant route or a dig concept, it's your job as a quarterback to be accurate and put the ball on your wide receivers. And then in baseball, put it in the glove. So ultimately, that's probably the biggest similarities with baseball and football when talking about throwing.
How do you shift your throwing mechanics to not impact one sport over the other?
I've gotten my baseball throw from football. With football, I'm so compact and quick with my throw that I think it just translated over to baseball. Normally for outfielders, you want to kind of like a longer arm motion, but for me, I don't try to switch it up as much because I don't want to overthink or do anything that I'm not comfortable with. So for me, at least, it's football and baseball. My throws are very compact and short.
What's your secret to managing the demands of being a two-sport student athlete?
And I would say time management is definitely the biggest thing. Whether that's, and we have school as well, and school comes first. So whether that's getting all my homework or assignments done, you got to do that first. But then in terms of being a two-sport athlete, it's just managing my time load. So if I need to study a little bit more and watch film with football, then I'm able to do that. If I need to get in the batting cages and work on my swing, work on my load and all my fundamentals, then I do that. So I think the biggest thing of being a two-sport athlete is time management and knowing what to do with it.
Looking ahead to this weekend, you host NAU for homecoming at UC Davis. What can the alumni returning to campus expect from the game this weekend?
There will be a lot of energy flowing throughout the stadium. I think the alumni can expect a really well executed game from the Ags. I think we look really good this week, just executing the game plan that either Coach Plow or Coach Coons has given the defense and offense. And I think they should expect a really well played Aggie football game.
Still to come, game picks with voice of the Mustangs, Chris Sylvester.